Private number one.
Oh!
Because I decided I don't like you this week, we are going to be fighting again in World War One, as you know. But I've decided to punish you. One,
Why?
by the fact we're in Flanders and it's a muddy, boggy shithole. And two, we are the French. Suffer. Now, we must keep fighting. And in this case, I don't care if we win or not. Because as Frenchmen, we should not win anything. We are an evolutionary black hole.
Of all the fucking things to fuse me with, the fucking French.
Correct, Private. This is my contempt for you.
Oh.
I was shot in the throat, Private. But it is fine, because all I did was get a Frenchman killed. This is a moral good. Therefore, we are morally in the balance.
Keeping it very balanced, senor.
Oh yes, Private number one. Have you kicked Private number 2 CPU into operating yet?
I kicked it a few times. Really being a naughty little sassy girl. It's not going to work.
Your French DNA is showing through. You are sounding very flamboyant. Kick Private number 2 CPU box another few times. Perhaps we will see if it can revive it. In the meantime, I want you to continue suffering as a Frenchman.
My baguette has gone stale. Oh.
Good.
Should I use
Actually,
it
do
as
you
a-
know you're supposed to use stale baguettes to dip in your onion soup? It is actually French cuisine tradition. This is why I do not believe Frenchmen are actually humans. I believe Frenchmen are actually some form of unevolved creature that grew out of swamps. For who else, Private, would design a rifle with a tubular magazine that holds 8 rounds when box magazines are a thing?
Do you think this is a fucking hilariously stupid design?
Someone has farted. Again, I blame the onion soup, Private.
Oh god, I'm dying.
Well, put on your gas mask, so show some basic survival instincts. And kick Private number 2 CPU again.
Kick.
And then perhaps try and invite his consciousness back at some point.
I have.
Good. You're useful for something. See, I have to daintily load every single bullet into this stupid tube magazine. What kind of people design this thing? Oh right, Frenchmen. Gross.
Someone probably named Labelle because everyone had to name their weapon after themselves.
This is accurate. That is why Berthier is named after Berthier. Although, do you know who Berthier was, Private?
I'm guessing a Frenchman.
Well, no shit, Sherlock. Well done, Private number 1. But he was Napoleon's chief of staff. He was his number 2. He was the man who did all of his paperwork for him.
Goodness.
And someone once said, do you not feel resentment for doing Napoleon's paperwork and being his number 2? And Berthier replied that one day it will be a very powerful thing to be Napoleon's number 2. And he was correct.
Damn. Good for him, I guess.
Whoop. He was one of Napoleon's marshals. Although everyone claims Napoleon was the best Frenchman. But, Private number 1, do you know where Napoleon was...
those around him.
Well, partially true, but do you know where Napoleon was born, Private?
No. I'm assuming the 1800s. Or late 1800s.
I said where, not when, Private. I see that your audio receptors are not quite up to stuff. I'm going to need to graft elephant ears onto you, it appears. But I shall pencil
not
that
the
in.
Dumbo.
I shall pencil that in for later. No, when?
Where he was born?
Yes, where? The island of Corsica.
Okay. Don't know where that is.
It's an island in the Mediterranean, off the coast of Italy.
Why is he French royalty if it's not in France then?
Because the island of Corsica once belonged to the Italians. Well, one of the Italian city-states. But when there was a bit of a revolution and the island wanted to go independent, the native Italians couldn't stop the revolution. So what they did was a genius 4D chess move. They sold the island to the French.
Oh, how devious.
So then the French army came in and kicked the crap out of all the rioting revolutionaries. And now this Italian island was suddenly French.
Sounds infuriating.
That was how old school diplomacy worked back then, Private. So now you have young Napoleon, who was minor Corsican nobility, was now suddenly very minor French nobility.
What the
Which was how he could go to Paris and go to military school.
Wow. Okay.
So the
he wasn't even
Frenchman-
an honorary Frenchman.
No, the Frenchman that everyone praises so much was actually from Corsica, so he's technically an Italian.
That's hilarious. What irony.
And do you know, although I will say, the other famous French person, Joan of Arc, was actually French. And I must admit, if you read the the English capture transcripts of her, and about her trial, and, you know...
Oh, she was female. Okay.
Yeah. In fact, I was going to get into it, because you'll be interested in this part, Private. The English went into a creepy level of detail about describing Joan of Arc's appearance, including
Wasn't
how buxom
she
she
drop
was.
dead gorgeous?
Yes. The report makes a creepy number of references to her breast size and how buxom she was.
Damn. So she had very good ass and breasts. Damn. I'm happy to hear it.
She was burnt at the stake for being a witch because she wore
Because she was
men's
too attractive?
clothes.
Typical.
No, because she wore
fucking Oh.
she wore men's clothes, and that was considered a sign of a witch.
What?
Correct.
No one ever stopped to think that maybe she just didn't have any female clothes or something?
No, because they offered them to her, but she wanted to wear men's clothes to defy the English.
So the English burnt her at the stake because she wore male clothes.
And was therefore a witch.
God, fucking...
They did want an excuse to kill her
English.
anyway, because she was rallying the French against the English, but you know. Wait.
Oh.
I see Private Number 2. Has
Oh
his
my God.
CPU
Yes, my
finally
lord,
rebooted?
I have returned.
Excellent. Has your CPU been successfully kicked and rebooted?
Yes, I have successfully replaced my broken Wi-Fi router with something called a mobile hotspot. I do not know what this means, but it seems to have worked.
Well done. I consider this a sign of the Omnissiah.
Praise be.
Well
The
done.
machine god.
Now, Private Number 2, I need you to stab Private Number 1.
Why? I got him here.
Just because. Private Number 2's CPU seems to still be slightly faulty. Private Number 1, I blame you. You were kicking too hard.
You told me to kick it.
No,
It
still your
appears-
fault.
It appears that I have picked up the word vomit that is French.
How disgusting.
Praise be the sky comes up.
Yes. Hail the magical sky commissar. Oi,
Who
shut up.
made these fucking iron sights? They're so bad.
What are you using, Private?
The fucking label.
No, I actually like the Lebel iron sights.
Good for you. I don't like them.
They're good at closer range. They're not designed for long range shooting, Private.
I'm always hitting people at long range because that's where I'm best at.
Well, why didn't you pick the rifleman and get the sniper rifle with the scope?
I'm a rifleman. What are you talking about?
Well, I'm currently being the rifleman, so you can't be the rifleman. But there's a rifleman, and he gets a sniper rifle with a scope, Private.
Good for you.
I'm not using it. At this point, it's out of spite. Right. I'm currently using, Private, the RSC 1917, which was France's first semi-automatic rifle. It was a piece of shit.
Was it? Did it jam often?
It used a 5-round stripper clip that has to be inserted into the bottom of the rifle.
It loaded from underneath?
Yes.
Why not just make a mag at that point?
Because they didn't understand.
Because they are French.
Because they are French, exactly. The CPU of Private Number 2 understands. It also used a clip system that was proprietary and completely separate to any other of the standard clips that were being used by everyone else. Just to make logistics and life harder.
That's so dumb. We don't want the enemy to possibly use our rifles against us.
No,
it was just French anyway.
It was incompatible with French equipment. See, the French had the clip system for the Berthier rifle, but the RSC 1917 clip was not interchangeable. So if you had a bunch of Berthier clips, they were useless. And if you had a bunch of RSC clips and you had a Berthier, that was also useless.
So stupid.
The RSC 1918 did fix it by making the clips interchangeable, but they only made like 2,000 of them. And they made like 70,000 of the 1917s. I
Did
see
they
the
see
Sky
battle?
Commissar. The 1918s did not. The 1917s did.
Of course. The shitty one gets to see combat, but the perfected version never does.
Correct.
That's usually how that goes.
Shot at me, I will fuck you up.
I have decided I do not like scope rifles, for they block my field of view too much. And this smoke does not help matters either.
It appears that that mobile hotspot has improved my performance.
Interesting.
That is very strange, Private Number 2.
So are you using a label with a scope? Is that what I'm seeing?
Correct, Private Number 1.
Okay.
It is a kludged-on scope that has been kludged onto the side of the rifle.
I imagine that wasn't very accurate after a few shots, that you'd have to realign the scope.
Well, you have to offset your scope and align with the sights, yes. I have killed at least 3 people with this thing, but it's not ideal, I will say. Well, you see, Private, sniping was not a thing before the First World War, really. Well,
Sure,
there wasn't limited.
Rifles back in the Civil War for America.
They did, but in Europe it was considered ungentlemanly and unsporting.
My God, I hate the rules.
I
of war
died
back in
and
the
my
day.
body flew up like 5 feet in the air.
It is the
There's
will
nothing
of the
gentlemanly
machine.
about war. Nothing. Nothing. This is hilarious. I literally only have 4 bullets left. I have been killing so many people. I'm at 85 kills right now. Whatever you fused me with today, it's making me fight a lot better.
I'm not quite sure I'll believe it or not,
And
Private.
then I got shot by Joe
I
Hatton.
fused you with a Frenchman, but to counteract the Frenchman DNA, I also fused you with an African gazelle. So I'm not sure why you're being so deadly, considering the African gazelle is not a predator, but, you know, we'll take
Prey
it.
animal.
This scope rifle is junk.
Want to swap? I'll take it.
No. Because you want it, Private. And that's why I won't give it to you.
Well, it would make it harder for me to shoot straight because I'm just using these shitty iron sights that you could be using.
I see you're
That you
trying to
love
use
so much.
psychology against me. But no.
You say they're great. Why don't you take them and do them yourself?
Because you want them, Private. You want this scope. Therefore, I'm not going to
Guy
give it to
Commissar
you.
is disappointed in you, Sergeant.
No.
Your spite causes you to have bad games.
No, I believe that is my curse for what I did back in the ancient times. Well, you see, Private, long time ago, there used to be a civilization called Wakanda, and I nuked it.
God.
I hit it with 32 thermonuclear warheads and obliterated it. And then I scrubbed all evidence of it from the face of the universe.
And why would you tell me its name?
Just to spite you, Private.
Damn it. Did I break 100 at least?
Why did we win as the Frenchmen?
Hmm.